Hey guys, Deb here with Art and Grace. Come on in. I have already put one coat of our multi-purpose sealer. If you watch me, you know that I always put 2 coats of the multi-purpose sealer on any, oh goodness, let me turn this down and hope it doesn't fall. Is that good? Can y'all see the whole thing? I always put 2 coats of this multi-purpose sealer on any wood surface that I'm going to paint on, especially if I'm going to do resin. This is going to be an easy painting that you guys can paint along with, and maybe not paint along today because you don't have everything out, but watch the replay and then you can pause it and go to the next step and pause it. So if you're somebody who thinks, oh, well, I can't paint, I promise you can paint this one. Okay, it's going to be easy. I'm going to show you a step-by-step sunrise and cross painting that everybody can do. When I come live, I will always do something that you guys can do. I'll never do anything too hard or complicated, okay? So if you're an advanced artist, you're not probably going to enjoy what I do because I try to keep it pretty simple. All right, let's see there. Got to kind of really watch my keep it in frame. All right, I am going to speed this up. I typically just let it dry. So the first coat, I just let it dry. Now I'm going to put this second coat and speed dry it. So I'm getting out some green. This is called Evergreen. It's a dark green. Any large flat brush will work to get down our background here. Oh, I don't want to do my grass first. I take that back. Let's get out some sunrise colors. Easy sunrise. So we're going to pick up some yellow. And when you're loading your brush, you're going to go back and forth, getting that yellow worked into the bristles, okay? So just back and forth till you feel like you've got a good amount of paint loaded in. We're going to start about here, and we're going to do little brush strokes with our flat brush. This is yellow and white mixed. And just watch the magic. We're going to pick up some white and just keep adding white until we get the very center very light. Kind of like this, maybe a little more. So I'm going to brush, I'm just wiping my brush on a paper towel so that I can pick up some white and get this mixed in right here without the yellow. We're going to lighten that up a little. We're kind of going around that circle with our yellow. Adding some more. I wish y'all could feel this surface. It's nice and smooth, and hopefully you can see that the paint is coming on well because I've got that sealer. And now I'm adding some orange and just letting that blend with my yellow. So just pick up that orange, blending until we like the look of the two blended together. And so I just go around this circle until I am happy with it. So it is getting a little drier, which is good. That is going to help me kind of finish this up. So let me tell you how I'm kind of transitioning. I've got my orange now, like I'm putting the orange back here with nothing else on it, just straight orange. I'm kind of transitioning to a little bit more back and forth with my brush strokes. And just kind of letting those kind of blend toward the center. This will all be grass, so we don't have to worry about that yet. So I know it's hard to tell you guys because it looks a mess right now. But trust the process. I say this all the time. Trust the process. I'm going to come in with my yellow and tap down on my orange and start kind of streaking that a little bit. So see guys, this is why I mean you can do this. We're just getting the sun how we want it. Just let the brush make the strokes. I have all my favorite brushes, which that will help you a lot. You may be using brushes that aren't the best for your project, you know. Just keep working with it till you like the look of it. I'm taking yellow and white and just going to kind of add ooh, that was a lot of white. kind of streak that a little bit. I need to take a look at it here. 1 second. It's hard to do this backwards, but okay, I like that. I know it's hard to tell, but I hope y'all are going to hang with me. Okay, so all I did was mix my white with my green to get a light green. We want different tones of this same color, so green. You can put some yellow with it and get even another one. Let me see if I can get all this in the shot. So I'm going to leave that on my brush, pick up this dark green, and we're going to make some grass, some hill with that. Come back, pick up some dark, like so. Then start over here. I like to kind of have them, you know, meet up like something like that. So we're just blending the two. You know, I want kind of a mix so that it looks unique and kind of, you know, it gives interest. And then we'll come back over here, give this a swipe. Okay. Do y'all, you see how easy, right? So far, so easy. Just letting your brush do the work. I think it's so much about the brush. I'm picking up some yellow. All I did was tap down on that yellow. And we're going to kind of come across and just glaze our grass here with some yellow. It would be kind of the reflection from the sun. So let's just kind of give that a little bit right here at the top. Okay, I'm going to leave it alone and let that dry. But look what we have so far. Y'all see that okay? Okay, let me dry this. If anybody wants to paint this, you can get the tracer by going to my website, theartgracepaint.com. There should be a link down here, like where the link is, but just go there and sign up for my email and get that. And then you can always unsubscribe if you don't want to get the email, but I only send one a week if I'm lucky, so I don't bombard anybody. This is my favorite brown, and I have just not gone to get more. So let's see if we can get some out of this bottle. Okay, I'm taking a round brush. Let me get out a little white. I've got some white over here. Let me get the palette where y'all can see. I want y'all to be able to do this. This is a really good one to have in your wheelhouse, and it's easy, right? So we're gonna start here. We're gonna make the one, I like doing things kind of off center, so we're gonna have our largest cross here. Just bring it down. This is a round brush, but because I want this to look, you know, like wood, I'm gonna kind of splinter it there at the top. Do you know what I mean by that? And then bring one here. You really don't need a tracer for this, but I do make it easy. I like to, you know, I figure if we can make it easy, you guys will try it. That got a little thick on me. Okay, so we've got one cross. We're going to do a couple more, but I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of rocks down here. So I'm just doing some brown again. Kind of, I don't even remember what my tracer looks like. I think I had 3. Really just kind of winging it on this one, and then y'all will have a nice neat tracer if you want it. I'm going to pick up some brown with that white. Can y'all see my palette? And bring some of that in here into that rock to give it some, you know, personality. We don't want just a flat brown, do we? And then I'll get out a little black. Just added a little darkness to the bottom of those. I got to step on it. I don't want to take too long here. Okay, now I'm going to go to a smaller brush to do our other crosses. I want this one to be front and center and have the attention. In fact, it could be a little bigger. I think your tracer might be a little bigger. So I'm going to put one over here. Let's do another over here. They do not have to be, you know, exact, because obviously back then it would have been like a actual tree, part of a tree or something, I'm guessing, and not perfect, which is why I love this style of art, because it does not have to be perfect. If you're like in the VIP group, we are making little ATCs and swapping with each other. So they'll send me one, I send them one. This would be another good design to put on your ATC. So again, I'm just taking some of this brown with a little white and getting on some of this on our wood. We're going to make it look a little more natural. I'm going to come back with the brown and some black and really get that dark, dark, dark. Hi, Rula. How are you today? How's your hubby? And we are going to add some shading to it. Okay, just add a little bit of streaks if you want for interest. And then come along the bottom for your shade. How's that? Now, I wanted to use a simple palette today so that people who might want to try this don't have to go buy a lot of paint. Just use your basic colors, but you can totally use any colors you love and make it, you know, larger, smaller, paint it on wood, glass, canvas, whatever. This is a wood palette, or a wood, not palette, a wood canvas. 9 by 12 is what this size is. Okay, let me show y'all those. Let's do a few more rocks. Let's grab I've just got the brown and a little white on my brush and put a few rocks around. You notice I haven't done my sides because I think I'm going to stain them. I'll either stain them or I'll use brown. Sometimes when I do brown, I don't know if y'all can see, I think I have one up there. See that, the poppies behind me? That is just brown paint that I kind of made a wash and put on there. But it really makes a nice frame. So even though this will be on the wall like this, I think that would be really pretty brown. Let's be sure we got y'all low enough. Okay. Let's move this, see if we're happy with it. I'm going to dry it, and then we're going to resin. Thank you, Betty. I love adding glass and resin. I do. What I tell everybody is, here's your painting. So paint this. You know, you can even paint these mini and put them at everybody's place setting for Easter. You could take one to your pastor or a friend, you know. I tell you what, I'm not done. I just saw something I want to add to. I'm grabbing this kind of rough, you know, boar's head, just regular old paintbrush. And you can see it's been around. And I'm grabbing this green, and I'm going to come in here and scrape on some more dark down here and just add to it. This is dry brushing. You know, my brush is not wet. It's just going right on top, but it's going to give us a really pretty look. Now you can do it up to make it look like grass, but this is still going to look like grass, but I just want mine this way instead of up. I think it's pretty, and I wish I hadn't got it right there. We can go over it if we have to. See the difference? Do you see the difference, guys? Yeah, we'll just go over that. I'm so glad, Vicki. I do have a free group called Art and Craft Showcase. So if you paint it, please put it in there. Just go and post it in there. I have to approve the post because I try to keep it, you know, from being a lot of like businesses that want to sell or things. I don't want that in there. This is, you know, I want people that I inspire to paint to post what they're painting, you know. But yeah, I want y'all to post it. Okay, so now that looks better. I forgot that I wanted to add that. Just, you know, it's all personal preference, to be honest, how you do this. I am also, since we are okay on time, now I'm not going to take too much, but I'm also going to add I kind of like rocks around here. Almost like somebody made them a little makeshift, you know, thing. Words are hard when you're live. I don't know if I don't think I even put these on the tracer, but I just kind of think it looks good to have something else there. So picking up just a tad black that we can kind of bring on the bottom. Give those a little shading on all of them. You see how casual this is? I mean, just add it. We're ready for resin almost. Yeah. Just little details that are easy, you guys. That's what I teach. Easy, whimsical paintings that anybody can do. And then if you want to go on and do more, do it, you know, but at least to get you started. My designs are pretty easy. They're all mine too. I don't, anything that I paint and teach is something that I have drawn out and designed. So my group members have permission to use them. Okay, hold please. I got a little bit of something there. I'm gonna just ever so slightly. Forgot about that little mishap. See, this is what gets me in trouble with time, is having to go back and do something where I need to. I'm probably just going to leave that. It's not very noticeable. I am going to sign this. See if I have a tiny detail brush handy. I can use this marker here. That's not that small though, but I'll try to do it small. And then we'll mix up our resin and go. Okay. All right, giveaway. At the end, I'm going to give away one of these. This is a coaster that I made. I painted and sealed it, so it's ready to go. That's what I'm going to give away at the end. Of course, you guys can get your tracer if you go to my website, artgracepaint.com. Get the free tracer for this design. So I use Art Resin brand. It is a little more expensive, but guys, do your homework. Do your research. Look at me picking up. This is multi-purpose sealer, which I used before I painted to seal. Here they are. To seal this. Art Resin is the brand I use. I would not want to use any other brand. Thank you. Here's the tracer. It's an 8x10. Can y'all see that while I'm trying to grab my cup? And you can make it larger or smaller to fit your needs. Okay, I'm going to grab a couple of little measuring cups. So I'm going to take this little cup. I typically do a marked line, but I'm going to watch really careful. And I'm going to show y'all exactly how to do this. This is a 1-to-1 ratio resin. So if I do 1 ounce of one, I'm going to do 1 ounce of the other. Hold please. Okay, so we got 1 ounce. I'm going to pour that into my larger cup because we're going to do a total of 4 ounces. Okay, we're going to do 1 more ounce. So that's 2 ounces of resin and 2 ounces of hardener. So a total of 4 ounces. And I do really watch to get it right to the line. When people have problems with their art not turning out the way they wanted, maybe it's either cloudy or streaky or has a lot of divots or whatever, a lot of times it's because they were not careful in, measuring. You do need to have exactly, 1 ounce of one, 1 ounce of the other, or half ounce one, half ounce of the other. So I take my time and make sure that I get it right to avoid any problems. Resin is sticky, so you do want to wear gloves. Just watch tutorials enough times that you're comfortable, And then this is the hardener I'm doing now. Does somebody have my time? I know I've been watching to see if anybody offered, and if you did, I missed it, but I like having somebody else keep my time for me. I went over, trying not to make a mess because I really don't want to waste any. Christy may not still be here, but she almost always keeps my time for me. Okay, so I'm going to do 1. Gotta hurry. We're going to be fine. Thank you, Jackie. So that's 1 ounce. I'm going to do 1 more. Yes, if you go to artgracepaint.com, there's a page on my website that says My Favorite Supplies, and that's where you can click on it, and then you can see whether you're wanting to see what paintbrushes I use or paint, or if you want to see all my resin supplies. I have it my lists are kind of broken up that way to make it easy. Okay, so Brookie, if you'll start now, we're going to mix this for 3 minutes. Uh-oh, Christy, you lost me. I'm sorry, guys. I really dislike it when that happens. But thank you for coming back because, okay, let's chit-chat while I'm stirring. So I'm just stirring slow and easy. It's pretty cloudy right now. And at the end of 3 minutes, it should be clear. Now, this is a lot of resin, and my room is pretty cool. It's a cool, rainy day here, so it really prefers warm weather and a warm room. So what I do, there you go, is I'll set these into a warm bath, which lids tightly on. I'll just put them in a pan like a baking dish with some warm water and let them sit there while I'm kind of prepping. Oh, good. Hi, Simone. Simone is my Alzheimer's buddy. Oh, that's another thing that's on my website. I would love to have your help with this year's Alzheimer's event. Always happens in June in coordination with the longest day for the Alzheimer's Association. And I've already started planning. A few people have joined my team, but I would love for you to go join and help me. There's lots of ways to help. You can just share the post, share that on your... Yeah, we're going to have to go a whole nother minute, Brookie, so give me 1 more minute if you will. So I'm going to go a total of 4 minutes instead of 3. I would never go over 4 minutes, but I can tell it needs it because I did not put my bottles in a warm bath, and I should have. So, but Simone was a part of our event last year, and that was her first time, if I'm not mistaken, right? And it's a blast. It's a blast. I try to be a cheerleader for all the team members, and I'm always so excited when, we can reach a goal. And I'll tell you, the first year that I did an event, it was just my little family of 4 plus my son's girlfriend. And then the next year I asked some friends and had some creators, and then it's just grown. And this will be the 5th year. Last year, the first year we didn't even raise $1,000 between our little family. And last year it was over $21,000. So, okay, thanks, Brookie. I can't either. It's not me, it's you guys. And I'm scraping the sides and scraping the bottom one last time, and then we're ready. Okay, so I have pulled some glass. I've pulled some pebbles that we can add. I really want to keep the focus on the cross, but I have all kinds of chipped glass. I have thick glass. I have some, what's the word? I just put these in this container. They're not really from here, but, oh no, these are from here, but I always keep my plastic containers. This is from Michael's, and it's called Green Aventurine. So it's some type of stone. It's a glass stone. And I thought it would be pretty to use a few, not the big thick ones. I don't like those down there. I thought it might be pretty to use a few along the bottom, but I really wanted to keep this one kind of simple. So last night I was cutting out a bunch of, I was going to do some sun rays kind of coming from the cross, but I kind of think it takes away. So let me know what y'all think. It is really pretty. Let me know what y'all think as I get these on here, but I kind of thought, I think this probably just needs to be, keep it about the cross, keep the focus on Jesus and what he did for us, and maybe not make it so showy or shiny, or I don't know, but that could just be me. And then here's the little stones we can kind of put down if we want to. Kind of different colors is kind of good. We're fixing to pour. What do y'all think of the rocks and the greenery? But do you see what I'm saying about the rays? I'm taking those off. I don't like them. But, you know, use those. You can use those for your flower petals or on something else. So let's see what we think about just having it pretty simple. Do y'all like that? Okay, you like it. I saw somebody say. Okay, so we're just going to take our resin. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Deb. Okay, so we're just going to take our resin and pour. You know, typically, I'll just pull them off. Typically, I like to take everything off and get my resin on here and spread it out and then put my rocks on. So let's do that. So we've got a lot of our resin on here, but I did reserve some in my cup. And Art Resin is the brand I use. You can go to their website, lots of information there, and they have a calculator that will tell you exactly how much you need for your project, and it will not fail you. It'll always be the right amount. I don't always use at quite as much as they recommend because I do dome my art. I don't let it, you know, run over the sides. And that's something I teach in my private group. I teach all of the really technical stuff in there, and I teach how to cut your glass properly, what tools are best, you know, all of that stuff. It would take too long to do on a live. But if you, I don't know, can y'all see? I should have shown you, but the difference that resin can make, I hope y'all can see. It just brings out all the colors. But if you don't want to use resin, just stop with that painting. And you can even use, like, DuraClear is a great sealer that'll make it really nice and shiny. This tool right here that I'm using is just a spatula, I believe, a silicone spatula or spreader. So if you'll type in, it's actually probably linked in my Amazon store. So Amazon or artgracepaint.com, go to my favorite supplies and you'll see the Amazon link and it'll take you to my lists. So, okay. So let's put this back where y'all can see it. We're going to pop our bubbles. I use a little butane torch like you would use for creme brulee. It is not scary. So some people tell me that, oh, I'm scared to use that. I have a tutorial that shows you how to fill it, and that's also in my Amazon store if you want the one that I use. But it will pop your bubbles like that. So it really is the best thing to use. So there's that. And then we just add on, dropped it. We just add on anything we want to the bottom to embellish. Be sure to go to artgracepaint.com to get the tracer if you want that. You can get the tracer for this design. So, you just kind of put whatever you want, as much as you want or as little as you want. And I'll probably do a little bit more and kind of mess with it, and then I'll take a photo. Yes, you are, Sheila. We got a lot of VIPs on today. I'm so glad y'all are here. Okay, let me take this off. Did y'all get a good look? I know I can't really hold it down, but I will take a picture and show y'all. Let me just rip this off so I can. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate you all so much. Bye-bye.